Mako. Good. Sit. Good. Heel. Good. Heel. Good. Okay. Heel. Sit. Good. Mako. Heel. Good. Good heel. No. Good. We'll sit. Good. Okay. Mako. Good. Good. Sit. Now, come on. Sit. Good. Okay. Sit. Good. No. Good. Good sit. Good sit. Okay. Mako. Good. Good sit. Sit. No. Good sit. Good. Okay. Heel. Good heel. Sit. Good. Heel. Sit. Make up. Sit. 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 Good. Okay. So Mako keeps going into a down when I tell her to sit. Either she has been taught that sit means lie down. What is more common is where the exercise has been linked together. So the down has only been taught from the sit, like this. Mako. Sit. Down. And because of this, the dog thinks that the final part of sit, where they're going to get the treat, is to lie down. Look, sit has two parts. They sit, this hasn't got me the reward, I'll do part two. Oh look how clever I am, can I have the reward now? Okay, this is why when I teach down, I want it to be totally separate from the sit. So if I'm going to teach down, it's going to be, come on, where they can see us. Mako, okay. Down, okay, okay. So there's no sit before the down. So it should look more like this. Mako, sit. Good. Good sit. Okay. So the two exercises aren't connected. They're separate. Okay. Next thing I'm working on at the moment is the flip finish. So getting Mako to come from the front to my side before we start walking. Helps them understand the heel command better. So. Mako. Sit. So I'm using a wall, this creates a channel. Okay, and I'm feeding her at the furthest end of the stretch to get her to commit to coming all the way. Naturally she'll then turn. Good, heel. Good, heel. Okay. Oh no, that went under the drawers. Mako! Good. Good. Okay, heel. Sit. Good. Good heel. Okay. Alright. Ready to go again? Sit. Okay. Sit. No. Sit. Good heel. Okay. Yay! Mako! 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 So split up the repetitions with something a bit fun. That's a nice little recall training exercise. Back into some flips again. Sit. Heel. Sit. Okay. Yay! Clever girl. Good, heel. Okay. So sometimes I'm rewarding her in this sit and I'm feeding her when she's sitting on my side. I'm jackpotting that sit on my side, especially not lying down. So, and other times I'm just releasing immediately. So as soon as she comes into heel and sits, I'm not rewarding her to keep her there. As soon as she sits, boom, the food goes out. So there's repetition and then there's duration. So the first one, duration. Mako! Good! Sit. Good. Now I'm going to bring her into position. Heel. Sit. Good. So this is duration because I'm keeping her there for a period of time. Good. Good, heel. Even though I asked her to sit, I'm going to mark it as heel. And then I'm going to release because I've run out of food. Okay. So if I want this level of enthusiasm and concentration, I'm not going to get it if she's already had her breakfast. So as much as possible, I'm just feeding her bog standard kibble, but by hand. Okay? There's no point me giving her a full English breakfast and a 3-course meal every day and then trying to bribe her with chocolate sweets during the daytime. Not that we'd give chocolate to a dog. But you get the analogy. So this is her breakfast. She's still going to get all the calories she needs, and if anything, you see a lot of dogs, they graze on their food, they're bored, there's no excitement, there's no expectation that they're going to get fed. They're just like, oh, a bowl of food all the time. But you take it away and they start searching for it, and then they get excited at the thought of eating. And then when you do produce the food and you combine it with a bit of prey drive, bit of chase for the food, they're in heaven. So, ready, Mako? You want to go again? Sit. Heel. Sit. Good. Heel. Good. Good. Heel. Okay. Really important that I have that very clear release command. Okay, now you're free. So she doesn't just wander away from my leg in her own time. Mako. Sit. Okay. Now just want to remind her to go as far back as possible, so I'm going to reward at the end of the turn. Now bring the hand back here. Sit. Good heel. Good sit. Good sit. Good. Now. Good. Good sit. Now, come on. Okay. So you can see it's really ingrained into her that when I say sit, she lies down. So spending a bit of time undoing that incorrect training. All right. Another fun exercise to stimulate their minds, give them a bit of variety in the vocabulary, and it has real good practical real life applications. So people think it's just a party trick, but if you're in a really dense crowd, your width with your dog is this wide. Especially if you have a dog of a nature that it's going to stick up for itself, if people stick their hands in its face, stroke it. People don't ask you, they just wander over and grab your bloody dog. It drives me insane. So if I'm in a very crowded area and I want to walk through everybody, and for lots of other reasons I use this for my working with sport dogs, but that's the legs exercise. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to teach her that she can walk and heel, or sometimes I might ask her to just walk in between my legs. Good legs. Oh, you dropped it. What's this? Yeah, they're good legs. Legs. Okay. And again, I finish with a clear release like any other exercise. Mako. Follow the hand. Mako. There you go. Legs. Good. Good legs. Okay. Mako. 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 Legs, good legs, good. Legs, good legs. Okay. All right. Go back to the boring heel again. Come on in. Sit. Good. Heel. Good heel. Good. Heel. Good. Good heel. Hey. Good. Good. Mako. Sit. Good. Heel. Heel. Sit. Good. Heel. Okay. She also has a really bad habit, but she with the food, so as she's eating it, she spits loads out, and that breaks her concentration because then she has to hoover on the floor, and she's not very gentle eating out of the hand. So a little bit awkward for the owner or for a new trainer. Something a more experienced trainer, you just learn to put up with it. You learn to manipulate your hands in certain ways so it doesn't hurt so much when she goes for the foods. But better to have a dog that really enjoys punching in and wanting that food than a dog that is like, oh, I don't really want it. Okay, so ready, sit, heel, sit, good heel, Mako, heel, good, good heel. Oh no. Sit. Good. Good. Okay. So again, I'm going to use negative punishment when she drops into a down, she makes a wrong choice. Negative punishment, I'm going to take something away. That minus symbol. I'm taking away her reward. Alright, and I'm like, I'm not having it. And then when she does right behaviour, yes, boom. Okay? I'm going to do sniff down there, Mako. You want to work on some downs? Actually, I'm going to leave the downs well alone because I just want to kind of get you out of the habit a little bit. Sit. Okay. That's a repetition as soon as the bum touches the ground. Sit. Okay. Sit. No. That's negative punishment. See, I just walked away, so she's not having it. Sit. Okay. Sit. Okay. Another little trick to help her understand that it's the sit I want is just as I give the command, I'm going to drop my hands down, and then as I say the word, my hands come up. That little motion brings their head up, which delays them from going down. Head goes up, bum goes down. So watch from the side. There you go. Sit. Good. And if she sits back, which she naturally does, I'm going to close the gap. Good. And then give her the treat. Okay. Because what I don't want to do is she comes in and they go sit. What I don't want to do is that, because then she'll break the command to come to my hands. But she won't, she's pretty good, but I'm going to close the gap. Good. Okay. That'll do. Quick little session, give her a half-hour break and we get her out again.